Good afternoon, YouTube. Don Black American Highlander here, and it has been a pleasant day off in the Highlands of southeastern Kentucky. This isn't an unboxing video per se. It's just me documenting this recent purchase of cigars, and it gave me an idea to maybe just help the beginners out with some tips on storage, and or just advice on storage, the way I've learned so far on this never-ending journey of cigar life. So like I said, this is just documenting what I've got, not really showing off anything. And I'll tell you what I've done. Actually, it's CAO Mix 2, you know, it's got the Double Maduro wrapper. I got a box of 20 Robusto, which is, it's a well-rounded size of cigar. It's not too much, it's not, don't cut short, it's just right. Most Robustos somewhere in the 50 to 54, 56 range, and that's a big end of the Robusto with a 56 ring, but this and this, the D's One Holy Cocktail. This has been my favorite since about 2015. I'm into them balls deep like a crack addict. I mean, I've got to have these. You got to have them. And this is a box of 30. I watched these go from $109. Well, let's say $99 for 30 to $109 for 30, and quite recently as high as $119 to $129 for a box of 30. When I ordered, I was ready to pay the $119 begrudgingly, but I was going to, and actually found these on sale for $89 a box. I don't really smoke the high-end stuff, probably the higher side of the cheapos, so, but these two are my everydays, my favorite everydays, the MX2 and the D's One Holy Cocktail, AJ Fernandez masterpiece right there. And I got some 5 Vegas A series Apocalypse in some kind of bundle. I think it was the Count Chocula deal of one of the Cigars International or Thompson Cigar had, and I've kind of started favoring these. And the Gordo size, I'm pretty sure 6x60. It's a pretty big cigar, but to drive home and downtime, great cigar. But you know, that's just me. But then my cheaper dailies, like I said, I smoke on the higher end of cheap cigars, dark domains. I think I've showed these off before. I've moved up to the Gordo size in these because I like them that much, and that's definitely an everyday stick for me right there. I think you get these for like $79, $80, something. I really didn't. I got my wife to order these, so I really can't remember what she paid for the box of 20 Gordos. But like I said, they're an everyday thing, so I think the last time I showed you any dark domains, I had ordered 2 boxes of the Robusto, but I moved on that. Like I was saying, you're not really me recommending cigars or reviewing cigars, but it just gave me an idea about storage. And yes, I'm smoking some kind of cheap cigarillo. It's not a Swisher, it's not a backwoods, it's just something that I could throw down if I had to. But in the past, when I first started keeping cigars, and just instead of buying them from day to day, week to week, month to month, and start actually keeping them, I started out with wood humidors. And after the wood humidors, I moved to plastic. But before I started moving to plastic, I had run 2 or 3 wooden humidors, and I moved on to plastic, but I've kept this one. I guess I've traded the other ones off and sold them, whatever. But I kept this one because this is the first humidor my beautiful wife had bought me, so it's a treasure. After that, I kind of moved on into the plastic, and this one, if you've been around like the main two cigar catalogs, they had the Chosen One Herfador deal, and you got like 40 premium cigars and this 40 count humidor. It came with 4 layers of foam, and you had to put your cigars in it. They came in 5 packs, right? Anybody that's ordering, you know what I mean? I mean, this is good if you're moving. But as far as a stationary humidor, I believe the foam out, and as long as you got a decent climate in your house, you get them in these, and they pretty much take care of themselves. Just rotate them with the seasons. I used to rotate my cigars every month, but a tip I learned from Cigar Advisor YouTube channel, the guy was rotating his with the Equinox and the Solstice, and the Equinox and the Solstice, and I was like, yeah, that's the better one I got. Saves a lot of time, but yeah, after wood, I love this. And if you've seen the videos a few months ago, I'm not exactly sure, I had moved to the electric humidor. And if you want to start there, that's great. If you don't want to start there, and you want to try to give it a go, I really suggest starting with wood. Something small like this 50 count, or maybe a 20 count, until you know how to control the humidity and how to, sometimes you have to move these damn things from your different room to room, closet shelf to top of the basement stair, the step into the basement, just to keep that going. That's pretty erratic as far as temperature and humidity, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But I suggest getting you one of these. You don't have to put a lot of money into it. Watch a video on how to season it. You wipe it down with distilled water. Now you'll get into these videos, and some of the humidors comes with instructions not to do that. Just take a shot glass of water and sit it in there for like a fucking week. But wipe it down with distilled water and a microfiber cloth so you don't leave nothing in there that could mold. You shut it. 24 hours later, do the same thing. Wipe it down, shut it. And after the first wipe down, put a hygrometer in there so you can kind of watch what it's doing as far as temperature and humidity. As far as wood, like I said, don't put a lot of money into it, but when you get it, get your little flashlight, turn it on, stick it in there, and shut the lid in a darkened room. And if you've seen light coming out of anywhere, you're probably going to have to get another one. That's why I say don't buy nothing really expensive at first. Or I've heard people actually sealing them, but with like clear, I can't think of the shit. You put it in the silicone. But me, I don't know. I'm afraid it would leave an odor. You can test your seal with a dollar bill too. I don't have a dollar bill on me. Let's see. Screw it. Anyway, you shut it up in a dollar bill, and if it slides out fast, you got a bad seal. You can try it on all 3 sides, but you'll probably be hinged all the way across the back. Just kind of pull it. If it's kind of snug and pulls out, you probably got to get a pretty good seal. I highly recommend starting with wood till you get your feet wet. And like I said, I had 2 or 3 wood ones going on when I got this, and I went down to that wood one right there, and this Herfador by Humicare, which I think they own Bavita too, the Bavita packs. Those are great, but they're very expensive when you get in to have to buy them over and over and over again. But yeah, I really recommend the wood and this when you get a little bit of experience. Really, if you want to start here, either, like I said earlier, it's pretty much maintenance free. They take care of themselves. But the wood, just for the experience of really having to learn to take care of cigars. storage as far as traveling, you know, the leather cases. I know these are really nice to get as gifts, and they're great and cool and stuff, but unless you're going out to a nice dinner at a restaurant and they got a smoking area somewhere and you want to smoke with your friends, that's great. Or you go to a family event where you want to smoke a cigar, they're nice, but that's about it unless you're a bougie motherfucker and you're gonna pack one of these. I mean, really. But they're great. My wife got me that, and I pack it when I can, when it's, you know, appropriate. But other than that, traveling, if you're a working man, whatever, and I'd get the smaller Herfadors. Yes, I got this in one of those smaller cigar deals that comes with the 5 cigars, and I hated this one when I got it because they were out of the small ones. And this is the extra large, but when I started moving into larger gauge cigars, that's what I started using again until I got the one that actually will fit in your EDC bag. And it's a small one. For work, this is perfect. I can get 2 to 3 large ring gauge cigars in this without crowding them, and that's good for every day. This is good for like a weekend or a big day trip, something, an overnighter, and personalizing with stickers and whatnot. But yeah, that's about all I can help I can give you on storage of cigars. As far as buying cigars, I might come back to that. I gave some advice not too long ago. I want to update that just a little bit in the future. But thank you, and I'm Donald Black, American Highlander. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.